Hello and welcome back to another TFT video. Got a pretty fun gameplay here for you guys today. Gonna be going an MF with Demolitionist actually on her, which I think is actually a pretty strong spatula item for her. Gonna also be going some Brawlers here, which I don't really build very often, but the situation arose and I think it was pretty good. Good enough to win us the game. So anyways, without further ado, let's just hop into it. Alright, thank you, past me, for the wonderful intro. Yes, indeed, today we are going to be building Demolitionist Misfortune. So, Misfortune is, in my opinion, the strongest unit in the new set. If you can get AP, attack speed, or any combination of the two, some Shojins on her, she is just so powerful once she gets level 2. Because level 2, with one rod, she can do more than 100% of the target's max health damage. So that is just super powerful, super significant, and late game, once you get that up and running, you just can't lose, basically, unless you're against another Misfortune, if that is. So here, starting off, we're just picking up whatever we can get. We do have some Brawlers right away, as well as a Caitlyn with the Chrono buff. So we're not weak in the very beginning, but it's not necessarily a super strong comp. We also do hit 2 Luxes right away, which I was thinking about trying to use. I really don't think Sorcerers or Star Guardian are that powerful, nor are they particularly fun to play. They're just so linear, similar to Ocean Mages. It's just, you build the units in the comp, like, there's no variation really. I mean, you can vary a little bit, but in my opinion, not a super interesting or fun comp, so wasn't going to do that unless I got another Lux, basically, and had a tier 2 Lux really early. There you can see I pick up a Syndra just in case, and I'm just kind of sticking with the Chrono buff for now. We are going to end up losing this round, unfortunately, but it's alright. On the carousel, we're going to be looking for rods, tiers, swords, you know, the usual. We don't exactly know where we're going to go yet, so I just pick up a sword, just because I think swords are good. Swords are pretty strong. So we do put in the Shen with the sword, and I decided to go for the level up here to stay strong and to stay healthy. So we are level 5, pretty early on, and we do have that tier 2 Malphite in now as well. Very, very tanky, very strong. Unfortunately, we are still not able to win, although it was pretty close. Pretty close here. There I decided to sell all the Sorcerers because I'm not picking up any more Luxes. And again, I don't really think it's that strong. And for the third thing, I just don't have the right items for Sorcerers at this point. Do win that round. Not bad. All of our units still alive. Here in the Krugs, we're going to be looking for some tiers for Shojin. I think Shojin is a really good item in this particular meta as well, in this set, because so many units have really high mana costs, I've noticed, in this set particularly. So we do pick up a Spatula, actually, and a tier. So with a Spatula, I'm thinking about going Demolitionist. Demolitionist Spat is one of my favorite spats because it's just kind of interesting to put CC on different units, but a lot of units that have AoE already have CC, kind of like Cho'Gath or like Vi. They're not as useful for the spat, but what I do actually pick up is a Lucian, and I guess I could go Demolitionist Lucian. It will only stun one unit at a time, but it is something that uses Demolitionist better than a lot of other units, but not particularly powerful. So that round I didn't do it. We did lose that one, so I think I do I level up and put in the Lucian, or do I just put in the Lucian? Might be getting a little bit ahead of myself. We don't put in the Lucian for a couple more rounds perhaps, but it is something I do in this game, and I just thought it was interesting. Here up against another Chrono Cybernetic player, and as you can see, we're just getting whooped. So gotta make some changes here. Gotta do something different. Oh yeah, I think it's, once I pick up the second tier, so we're gonna go for the tier here for double Shojin, and once I put that onto the Lucian, we don't actually get that much more powerful, but I thought it was pretty interesting. So double Shojin, level up, put in the Lucian, put in another Shen, and we are going to make Demolitionist and I realized I don't actually have the Demolitionist buff, but luckily I get Ziggs. I didn't see the Rumble, so I could have picked that up instead, but I did just go for the Ziggs. Unfortunately, not super powerful, as you can see. Still losing. He didn't even do the most damage, or Caitlyn did more damage, which is kind of hilarious. We are going to pick up the Jace. And now we are just going to roll down. We do get Echo for the Blaster, which is pretty good. Blasters are very strong with Shojin. So we haven't gotten a lot of items this game, actually. I mean, I guess they're all on Lucian, but we're definitely going to look for just any items we can get on these wolves here. We also still have 4 tier 1 units, so we are just super, super weak. We are going to just beat this round as easily as we can, not spend any money, and we're going to level up and try and put in some better units here. I think I went to fill up my water bottle, so I didn't pick up the items right away, as you can see. But once I do come back, I will pick those up, and I will fix our comp in the last few seconds. We do get a tier 2 Malphite for the Brawler buff. We don't quite put him in. And here we lose to the tier 3 Kai'Sa. This guy's super strong. Super, super strong. He's going for Vanguards with Assassins, or sorry, Infiltrators, which I think is actually a pretty strong build. So we're going to level up and we're going to roll down. Looking for an MF, looking for anything we can get. We do pick up the MF right away, and we put her in instantly. So this MF is pretty strong, but we do need to get her level 2 before she is super powerful. So our MF is going to be our main carry here, and once we do pick up the tier 2 MF and all of her upgrades, she's actually going to be super powerful. And here we also pick up 2 Cho'Gaths kind of randomly, and this is when I'm like, okay, let's just go Brawlers. Don't have any, or we have 1 Vi, 2 Vi's now, so going to try and put those in once we get some upgrades. We're going to need at least the tier 2 Cho'Gath or tier 2 Vi before we take out the Chronos, because tier 1 I don't think they're stronger than 4 Chronos is. So here you can see MF doing tons of damage. She's able to ult 3 times in that fight, which just kind of shows, like, with a little bit of attack speed in her Shojins, she will just be able to ult so quickly. And one thing is, I think she can ult in 3 auto attacks initially, so when she ults and finishes on her 4th auto attack, it will proc the blaster buff, and it will attack 2 more units, so she can ult very quickly directly after that, which is super nice. We are going to be rolling down here, making sure I'm not missing any units, rolling very slowly, looking for the Brawlers. We do pick up the MF shield upgrade, which is huge, very strong. It helps her stay alive when she otherwise would not, and is super key here. She has ulted so many times as well. And we also get the More Waves upgrade, which is huge as well, and we get 2 upgrades on our Brawlers, so we're going to instantly put those in, looking pretty good. So we're actually very powerful right now. Huge turnaround. We went from maybe last place to now 3rd to last, but we're on the up and up very quickly. MF able to ult 3 times, and we barely lose to the top guy. He only had 1 unit left, and it was his carry, so we're feeling pretty good about this one. Here, just gonna chill against the Raptors, looking for any items we can get, stuff to put on our Brawlers to make them more tanky, maybe a rod to make Morellos on the Cho'Gath would be pretty nice. Unfortunately, we just get a tier and a glove and a chain vest. Luckily, with the tier and the chain vest, we can make Iceborne Gauntlet, or no, not Iceborne, Frozen Heart, which is a very good item for Vi, and we do make the Thief's Gloves onto Cho'Gath, because Cho'Gath can really use any items, at least somewhat efficiently. Tank, he's a tank. AP, his ult does AP damage, and AD, he can attack faster. Doesn't really matter. Better than nothing. So we aren't really going to level up here, because there aren't many synergies that we can get that would be particularly effective. Valkyrie could be effective, but MF's already doing so much damage that it's not entirely necessary. She's one-shotting basically anybody with her ultimate. And with a Demolitionist buff, she is stunning everybody as well. There she just ults twice in a row instantly, which is super crazy. Shojin blasters, it's very, very important to have that blaster buff here. We are saving up our money to level up, and that is what we do. We're going to level up and put in the Gangplank. I did take out the Ziggs, but I didn't mean to do that. Roll down a little bit, we do hit the tier 2 Cho'Gath as well, so we've hit basically all of our upgrades. And here you can see MF is able to survive extra long because of the shield upgrade that we got for her, so that is super awesome to see. 2 huge upgrades on the MF, making her do so much damage. Super good. Here we're going to pick up the Rapid Fire Cannon. We could have done Shojin perhaps as well, but Rapid Fire Cannon is good for Gangplank so that he is not going to be used as a frontline unit. So here we actually get faster impact on the GP, which is pretty great. And we are going to put that onto him so that he can stay behind our Brawlers, so they can tank for him for as long as possible. And we hit the tier 2 MF, so this is when we really hit our power spike, or like main power spike, although we did hit her initially with the tier 1 MF, but now her ult is going to be doing, I think, 108% of the target's max health, which is huge. Here up against some sorcerers, all of them just dead instantly. Super, super cool. MF just so powerful late game. All she has is 1 rod on her to amplify her AP damage. It's just insane. Once you hit that tier 2 MF, she just melts people even without AP. If you had like a Rabadon's Death Cap on there, or I don't know, like Jewel Gauntlet with the Valkyrie upgrade, that's just doing so much damage. So much more damage even. But I do like the Demolitionist for the CC. I think it's pretty interesting. Although maybe more effective if we have less frontline, because we don't really need the CC since we have such a big frontline. This guy gets Zephyred with our Zephyr, but he also Zephyrs our Cho'Gath, but it's not really a problem for us. Even getting EMP'd by the Echo, our MF is able to ult super quickly a second time, which is crazy. That's just so powerful. Double Shojin, very, very good on the MF. A Warmogs, again, not an ideal item. We would like something to put on the GP for just extra damage, but we'll take it. We'll put it onto the Malphite. And there you probably didn't see it because it was so quick, but we did pick up a 3rd upgrade for the MF, and now she's just doing so much damage. She got wider shots now as well, and we also picked up a tier 2 Echo, which we put in instead of the Ziggs, since we now have Demolitionist with the GP. So we now have 2 tier 2 5-cost units, and our Echo is able to put in some work, and MF is able to take out their back line, and we are able to beat this guy that was in first place on a huge win streak. So it's a 1v1 now. This guy is super healthy, so it's going to take multiple rounds to beat him. It's going to roll down looking for 1 more GP so we can use our Nico's help on him. Nothing else to really do besides get that GP. He is going Cybernetic Infiltrator, which I think is a super interesting build, but you can't kill our MF. If you don't one-shot her, then she gets her ult off and gets a huge shield. So Echo tries to do his best to take us out, but MF just putting out the damage. Like 99% of our damage is coming from MF, so if she does die, we're a little bit donezo, but that's just not happening anytime soon. She is just so strong, and our front line is too tanky, too beefy to get through. So infiltrators are the only way, and for some reason this guy is not putting them onto the MF. Put him onto the wrong side of the board. MF able to get a huge ulti onto like 6 units, taking them all down except for the guy with the Dragon's Claw on it. So we are just taking this guy out. Here, there is a GP on the carousel, so we're going to go for that, even though it doesn't necessarily have a very good item on him, but it is more important. We also get a 2nd upgrade for GP, so we've gotten 5 unit upgrades in this game, which is phenomenal. Super good. We do have the crit attack speed item, which is a really bad item in my opinion. Doesn't matter though. GP's ult inconsequential here. MF. Oh my gosh, MF just one-shots everybody. The guy doesn't actually lose here, but then he does because he decides to surrender, which is interesting. Would have been funny to play one more round. Hopefully the MF would have done something, but he just gave up, gave us the dub. Super fun gameplay. MF is so powerful, truly. So, anyways, thanks so much for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe for more, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.